the most powerful empire in Europe, brought to its knees by rats. And somehow, this was the best thing that ever happened to the working class. Let's set the scene. It's 1347 and Europe's running this nice, tidy system called feudalism. Then the rats arrive. And these rats brought what we now call the Black Death. But here's where it gets worse. Medieval record keeping was optimistic at best. Everyone had wildly different estimates of the actual death toll, and the Black Death killed anywhere between 25 and 60% of Europe's total population. That's like saying somewhere between a quarter and more than half of everyone you know died. Research since 2004 analyzing things like manorial records of tenant turnover strongly indicates the death toll hit at least 50%, not 30. Half of your workforce is dead. Your fields need planting, and the surviving peasants, they're looking at you with an expression you've never seen before. Leverage. Lords couldn't feed their families or pay their own taxes without peasant labor, and with so many dead, survivors suddenly had bargaining power. Farm wages doubled in England between 1350 and 1450, and this same pattern emerged everywhere the plague struck. For the first time in centuries, peasants had bargaining power, and naturally, the lords panicked. England passed the Statute of Laborers in 1351. Wages couldn't legally exceed pre-plague levels, and job hopping was now illegal. And obviously, these laws failed spectacularly. And when enough people get furious at the same time, they revolt. And these revolts erupted like dominoes falling across a continent. 1381, the Peasants' Revolt. A roofer named Wat Tyler emerges as a leader, and 50,000 peasants march on London, where they proceeded to destroy the Savoy Palace, killed numerous important governmental figures for England, including the Archbishop of Canterbury at the time, and also forced young King Richard II, who was just 14, to concede to almost all of their demands, including the abolition of serfdom. Economic pressure builds, government tries their best to suppress it, and then everything explodes in their face. The peasants of the 14th century demanded fair wages, freedom of movement, and an end to being legally chained to their jobs. But they won in the end, though it just took centuries. Sometimes the most important changes happen not because of what we plan, but because of what we survive. And sometimes survival itself becomes the revolution.